The Philadelphia Eagles turned one of the most exciting offenses in the NFL with Jayden Daniels and made him look like one of the worst. And the way they did it was getting pressure on Jayden Daniels, but doing it the right way, right? And let's honestly break down this one. So the first thing that we notice is we're going to show pressure up the middle with Zack Baun. Now, what does that do? Why is that important? Well, you're going to see the center start to point him out. He's going to identify a pressure point, okay? So basically what that means is now instead of being in this 5-man scat protection, they're going to run it 5-on-5, right? So you got 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 here, right? And what does that mean? Well, we have one-on-ones everywhere. Now, worst case scenario for the Commanders, if this guy drops back into coverage and doesn't blitz, now you have a center doing absolutely nothing, and we have 4 one-on-ones. Now, the Commanders tried to combat that by sending a chip here and sending a chip here with the wide receiver. However, if you don't chip, if you don't do your job right, it's going to create problems. So, what we notice on this play is they're 5-on-5. Zack Baun does not blitz. So now we're in the, point of area where the center's not doing anything, right? He's helping a little bit there, but at the end of the day, they weren't able to get their 5-man slot or 3-man slide to the left, man-to-man to the right, or whatever they would have done, right? Now, you're going to see Jalen Carter on a QB spy. He's not going to fully commit to the quarterback because when you do that with 4 rushers, it opens up a lot of rushing lanes. And when you play a guy like Jayden Daniels, you do not want those rushing lanes to open up. So we're going to see a chip off the running back side. You're going to see a great spin move inside, but I want you guys to watch Nolan Smith on this play. This is absolutely amazing, by the way. So watch the weak chip by Terry McLaurin. Very weak chip. Watch him hesitate. You're going to see him plant his left foot to the inside, and then he's going to break. You're going to see a head swivel. Boom, head swivel. Now get lower, right? Underneath the left outside shoulder of the tackle. Boom, gets underneath him, bends around the edge, and gets a sack here on Jayden Daniels. Guys, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable work here. Again, watch it. Watch Nolan Smith. He's going to do an unbelievable job. Head swivel, bending to the inside, getting that right foot, all the power on the right tackle. I'm going to slow it down for you. Right, boom, right? Nice head swivel there. This is amazing stuff right here. And in this video, I wanted to break down specifically how this defense of the Philadelphia Eagles was not only able to shut down the most exciting offense in football, but will most likely, in my opinion, be able to stop the Kansas City Chiefs as well. Now, before we dive into the video, if you want a part 2 where we break down maybe the secondary or the linebackers or whatever it may be, let me know in the comments, but hit that like button. If we get over 500 likes, you guys can expect another one of these videos, and let's dive in. All right, here's another big time play. So this time we're showing 4, okay? So now the offense can kind of get a little bit risky. They can go 5 wide. They can go empty set here, but they're always going to run what you call 5-man scat protection. We can finally break this down because we're not showing 5. We're not sending 5. We're going to blitz 4, right? So we're going to basically a 5-man scat is you have a slide side, which is going to be here. You're going to slide your protection to Jalen Carter, creating a double team, and then you have a man side, right? So you're going to have one-on-ones here and one-on-ones here, but this center and this guard, they can communicate, and if he says, no, I got Jalen Carter, maybe he can slide outside, right? But usually when you're playing the Eagles, you want a double team on Jalen Carter because this dude is nasty. But Jalen Carter is so good that he's able to draw one-on-ones everywhere with his teammates. That's why everyone loves playing with Jalen Carter, because now Jordan Davis, now Sweat, now Nolan Smith, now Bryce Hutt, these guys all get one-on-one situations. Look at Jordan Davis. He absolutely blows up this guard and gets a sack within a matter of a second and a half on Jayden Daniels. I mean, guys, this is impressive stuff by the big man, Jordan Davis. And once again, watch the point of attack. Boom, right? Push him off that right shoulder, the inside shoulder, and just blow by him. Guys, what? How do you defend a guy like Jordan Davis while also having to send that scat or that slide protection to Jalen Carter? Unbelievable work. Now, one of my favorite players to watch right now in the NFL has to be Nolan Smith. This dude's play recognition is amazing, right? He is really understanding what offenses are doing, and you could tell he studies his film, man. He's seen plays like this before. He knows what's coming, and it's beautiful to see. So we're going to set up a fake little handoff this way. We're going to get Brian Robinson out of the backfield here. We're going to get a crosser over the middle, probably like a comeback over here. But at the end of the day, we're going to leak all of these guys out of the offensive line, area to a fake screen to the left. We're going to have man side over here by Zach Ertz in the right tackle. But Nolan Smith on this play, his responsibility is to chip off the tight end, slow his route down just a little bit. But he recognizes very early on to this play that it's a bootleg. He gets to the outside shoulder of Zach Ertz, and he starts to contain this edge. Does a really good job allowing his teammates behind him to get into position to make a play, man. I absolutely love this. Look at Cooper DeJean as well. Right, he's doing a great job playing in between the crosser and the flat here by Brian Robinson. You're taught, keep the offense in front of you, right? Which means we want to play a little bit stronger to this crosser. We would rather him take the dump down rather than the crosser over the middle, right? So I think Cooper DeJean does a great job, and Nolan Smith, boom, gets him back to the outside. We're playing an absolute great possession here football. Cooper DeJean bites back down once his teammate gets in position, and then Oren Burks, the guy stepping up for Nakobe Dean, ends up getting a massive sack. Again, these are the things that change everything in a football game. Getting a sack like this changes everything in a football game, man. And the defense on this play was unreal. All right, here's one of my favorite plays of the game by not only Cooper DeJean, but Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith as well. These dudes are insane. Actually, wait, before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a massive favor. Hit the like button if you want that part 2 to come out ASAP. But more importantly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be breaking down the Philadelphia Eagles throughout the entirety of the season, which means offense, defense, individual player breakdown for not only this game specifically, but also the Super Bowl as well. We're going to start to break down what the Eagles are going to have to do to stop the Chiefs, and we're going to break down vice versa, what they're going to have to do to beat the Chiefs offensively, right? So make sure you guys stay tuned for those videos. Subscribe, it's free, doesn't cost anything, and so many more videos going to come out soon, including off-season videos as well, which whoever the Eagles sign, whoever they draft, whoever they trade for, we're going to be breaking down film on who they're adding as well. Now, getting back into this play, once again, 5-man, scat protection, they're always going to slide to Jalen Carter, one-on-one here, one-on-one here, one-on-one here, right? That double team is so important. Whenever you have a guy like Jalen Carter, guys, you don't know how frustrating it can be as an offensive coordinator, because you have to leave a tight end in line of trip, you have to leave a running back in line of trip, because these guys are just so dominant, and you have to double team him almost every single time. But either way, we're going to get a chip to the outside, and I also want to point out Cooper DeJean on this play. Genius. This dude is different. So he's going to hedge or chip him right inside. He's going to pass off to the linebacker. Let's go back. Let's look at Jalen Carter. So he is going to punch this dude, right? He's going to use his arm strength, push him to the opposite side, knowing that double teams to the outside, he's going to go inside. I mean, this is beautiful, right? Gets right through the gap. Gets right through the A gap. You also have Nolan Smith. Let me take myself off the screen. You also have Nolan Smith pushing this guy 3-4 yards back into the front side of the quarterback. Now, he's out on a scramble drill, right? Now you have to make a play happen. You got a linebacker coming at you. You got Jalen Carter coming at you. Okay, now let's go back. Defensive line did a great job applying pressure, not keeping or not allowing him to be safe in this pocket. So look at Cooper DeJean. He does such a good job, one, passing off Zach Ertz inside, but now he looks over to the middle of the field, right? You're going to see his head look over here. He wants to see, is there anyone on a shallow cross? Is there anyone leaking out of the backfield getting into the flats? No, right? The answer is no. So now I can kind of follow this guy. If he cuts over this direction, let me just follow him. So he looks for pre-work. No pre-work to be found. Now I go, right? Now I go. Because if he stays in his zone, which is a flat, it's a cloud flat. If he stays in this zone, guys, this is going to break wide open. And this is what they were looking for. They were looking for a rookie in Cooper DeJean to make a massive mistake. A game-changing and a game-altering mistake here. He doesn't. He stays with it the entire time. And when he takes it, Jayden Daniels says, whoa, I did not expect him in his own coverage to actually move with this, right? It's kind of unheard of for a rookie to not make a mistake like that. Stays with it, makes a great play on the football, no PI. Again, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Cooper DeJean, these guys on this play, unbelievable. I mean, he looked for extra work, saw no extra work to be found, and takes the chance, right? And if he didn't take that chance, you have Darius Slay basically manned up here because there's no help over the top, so he's got to stay with them. You got this route. I mean, guys, you could tell, right? You got, Cloud here. You got your hook curl. You got your mid read right here. You got your hook curl. I mean, you got your flat. Pretty sure we got a half over here, half over here. Cover 2, man. Looks like cover 2 to me, but they play this perfectly. Let's go. All right, now here's another very interesting play. For some reason, the Commanders and Jayden Daniels don't protect themselves correctly here, and it really comes back to bite them on this play specifically, just because we're going to slide the protection initially to the left, right? So you see 1, 2, 3 guys to the left. They were expecting maybe some sort of pressure up the middle. Doesn't come. He's going to be, in coverage over the middle of the field right there. We're also going to send Zach Bond up the B gap. We're going to send Jalen Carter up the A gap. We're going to send someone around the edge. Now, as a defensive line, right, we're sliding here, right? We have 3 guys coming on this side. There's just no way you can really stop this, right? Unless the center gets back quickly. But Zach Bond's going to attack that B gap. Jalen Carter's going to attack the A gap. And he's going to attack the C gap, right? I mean, it's perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. I don't know why we slide the protection to the left and not the right. Obviously, you'd expect Zach Bond to blitz. Definitely not Quinyon Mitchell. But for whatever reason, they do it, and it really, really hurts them. We also get pressure off the edge immediately. Pressure comes, bad throw, a little bit low, and they actually ruled this incomplete. Again, just a really good play call here. They don't show this pressure till the very last second, which gives Jalen Carter no time to fix his pass coverage, and ultimately hurts them. Beautiful job. But maybe I said incomplete, so let's go, man. I'm telling you, I love the way this defense is run. We're getting a little late in this video, so I'm going to break down one more play here, and then we'll end it. Let's get one more. All right, and then just another really good play, man. They draw it up so perfectly. So right here, we're going to attack. We're going to be in that slide protection to the right here. But we're going to have our edge rusher get around over here and allow Jalen Carter to bend, right, around the edge. Once we get this guy over here, he's going to kind of contain the outside, because if we're able to get Jalen Carter pushing outside this way, we're going to get him rolling in this direction, right? So again, they are so calculated with how they send pressure, and if it does work, where they're going to contain, right? So we send these guys just straight, right? We want him getting this way. Now we have Jalen Carter looping around the edge. So now he says, okay, well, I'm not going to go that way to Jalen Carter. Let me go back around. Now 19, our guy over here is already in perfect position where now he can contain this edge over here. Dude, I watched this and I'm just like in amaze. I'm in awe with how these guys work. Look at this. What are you supposed to do here? Throw it away. Don't take a mistake, all right? Don't throw an interception. But, man, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most electric defenses I've seen in a very long time. Even though they're very, very young, they're very, very talented. And for a guy like Pat Mahomes, he's going to do the things right. He's going to make the right reads. He's going to study his film. He's going to do what needs to be done. But as a defense, you need to continue to show that effort. You need to continue to be playing like this. But okay, with that being said, part 2 will be coming out very, very soon. Another defensive video. We'll probably break down a little bit more of Quinyon Mitchell, or Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. They had some great games. Darius Slay played well, so break down more of them. And then next week we'll get into some game planning for the Chiefs game. So Super Bowl. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.